Welcome. You guys are now watching the best show in the fucking world. This is GUUDTalk. I'm your host, Steve, aka Oversized Hockey Jersey. And we have a lovely guest today, coming all the way from South Jersey, a talented wordsmith. Please put your hands together for Wiseboy Jeremy.
Thank you.
Yes.
Such a warm welcome.
Of course. I gotta ask you a question. Like, your name is Wiseboy Jeremy.
Right.
Like, what's like the dumbest thing you ever done that you've learned from?
I do a lot of dumb shit. I feel like what's considered dumb varies.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like just assuming that trains come all night, I would say, and not checking schedule. I ended up getting stranded here like a month ago.
What?
Like overnight, yeah.
What the fuck did you do?
We ended up staying in Times Square because the next train was like 5 in the morning. So,
God.
I mean, it wasn't too bad, but, you know. Yeah.
Yeah, so before I started taking even though I'm from New York, I grew up in Long Island. Before I started taking the subway and shit, I thought the only way you could get around was dead ass by a taxi. So really? I used to for real spend mad bread whenever I would come into New York or just walk. It was so foolish.
The subways are mad confusing though.
Yeah.
I still have almost no clue how to get around. I'm a little seasoned though.
I feel you. Now, how would you describe your music in 3 words?
In 3 words,
yeah.
I would say heartfelt, passionate, and experience.
I have a big assumption about you, and okay. I just want to know what your songwriting process is, because I feel like I believe that you're a person that's constantly writing, on the move,
right?
And then figuring how to put different pieces of verses together for a complete song. But I don't know if I just made an ass of myself.
Nah, I mean, you're relatively right. I'm not always writing. I'm always inspired, I will say that. But it's I don't always want to write, because then I feel I won't have a lot of shit to write about.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But when I wake up, usually the first thing I do, when I woke up this morning, I just turn a beat on and I just write, because I'm just getting my thoughts off in the morning, and then I usually won't write again until all right, I'm ready to record, or I have some shit that I'm really need to get off, you know?
Hell yeah. Now, would you mind telling me your top 3 musicians from New Jersey and your top 3 musicians from Philadelphia?
Top 3 musicians from New Jersey, upcoming or just set in the game already?
Whatever, however you want to answer. Follow your heart.
I gotta go Lauryn Hill, number 1.
Big facts.
Recently I've been bumping a lot of 070 Shake. I just found out she was from North Jersey too. I'd either give the 3rd spot to probably a Frank Sinatra, just because of what he's done.
Frank Sinatra, dead ass from New Jersey?
Yeah.
What the fuck?
To a Frank Sinatra, or artists from New Jersey. We were just having this conversation. There's not a lot of artists from New Jersey.
You forgot Joe Budden.
I do know that Joe Budden's from Jersey. I'm not the hugest Joe Budden fan, though. I'm not gonna, I thought of him. I'm nah, I'm not. That's crazy. Yeah, I would probably go, who did I say? Lauryn Hill, Frank Sinatra, and 070 Shake. In no specific order.
Yeah, I'm not mad at that.
Right.
Very different.
Diverse, for sure.
Yeah, I respect it. And how about from Philly? This might be a little more difficult.
I might have to put Uzi at number 1, which is probably controversial, because I know a lot of people will put Meek at number 1. I'm just personally more of a Uzi fan than Meek. I'm gonna go Uzi. I'm gonna go Core. Y'all heard of Core?
No.
Core's fire.
How do you spell C-O-R-E?
K-U-R.
Ooh.
So I'm gonna go Uzi, Core, and then, and this is just Philadelphia, not Pennsylvania in general.
Just Philly.
Just Philly. Yeah, I'll go Uzi, Core, and Meek. Top 3.
Respect. I used to fuck with Freeway heavy when I was a child.
Freeway's fire.
Yeah,
Classic.
Freeway. Yeah,
Classic.
State Property, Beanie. Shout out Philadelphia.
Beanie's another good one,
yeah.
For sure.
Now, I got a little wild ass question for you.
All right,
it's the apocalypse. You have the power to save the world by playing one album, and you can only pick one out of these 3. Would you pick Mama's Gun by Erykah Badu, To Pimp a Butterfly by Kendrick Lamar, or Circles by Mac Miller?
To save the world.
Yes.
So I could either go super good music, I could go super preachy, or I could go just fucking heartfelt, the most beautiful shit you ever heard. I'm gonna go with Circles. I'm gonna go with Circles, just because it seems like such a tranquil album that maybe it could inspire the world to come together on some peaceful shit.
Yeah.
You know, so yeah, I'm gonna go Circles for sure.
I feel like that's the one that makes the most sense because the narrative of a white savior is always constantly in the media. So I get that one. But if I had to be saved by any Caucasian person, I'm happy it's Mac Miller.
Right.
Super duper.
Rest in peace.
But because if you try to save the world with To Pimp a Butterfly, it might be too crazy.
People might start rioting.
Yeah,
on some
it might
shit,
be too crazy. It might be too crazy. I also heard that if you weren't rapping, you'll be doing something like artistic, and then the cover of your lovely project is a painting.
Right.
Do you think you'll ever pick up painting? And also, where did you find that lovely photo?
Shout out to Armani Stark. She's actually from Philly. And I think I just found her through some mutuals, and I saw that she did art, and I hit her up, and I was like, yo, are you doing commissions right now? And we ended up chopping it up, and I sent one of the posts on her page, and I was like, if you could do something like this, and she told me that, she was like, I haven't done anything like this in a while, and she said, I think it'll be cool to get out of my comfort zone. And then when she sent it back, like instantly, I was like, yo, like that's it, like I don't want anything changed. And I was like, when people see this, like this is gonna be like the gateway for people to know what's coming, even though it's just like a baby picture of me holding like soil with a little like seed growing out of it. I'm like, this perfectly embodies the music that I want to match it. So shout out to her. But I actually don't really like painting. Like, I just the act of it is kind of like tedious to me. Maybe it's because I'm not good at it.
Yeah, it's like a fucking bro. You got to be so patient with painting. Because my homie, he does like murals like around the city. And he be like, I be doing that shit for 10 hours. I said, my G, you doing this for 10 hours? No, sir.
Yeah, that's too much.
Not I.
But shout out to I think painters are some of the most talented people on earth.
Nah, it's crazy. It's crazy. Okay, so we're gonna get really real with this question.
Okay.
From a scale to 1 to 10, how honest are you with your homies?
I'd say 10. I'd say 10.
I respect it. I feel like as an artist, it's very difficult to be like, you know, like honest about other, like you're like telling your opinion to your friends about their work, because sometimes certain friends don't want to hear criticism or they're like sensitive. Right. So I respect you for being a 10 out of 10.
For
how
sure.
do you go about that?
Because I don't really work too closely with that many people. So when I am, it's like I want to make sure that we're getting the best out of it, like me and you. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? So that's the thing. And once you really get over the fact that, well, that's the thing. Like I said, I don't work closely with too many people, so it's not room for many people to hate hearing the word no. And I'm not a person who hates hearing the word no. And I feel like once you like get over that, then like you have nowhere to go but like in a steady form of growth. So that's why I make sure to only like work closely with the people that know how to take criticism and know that more than one mind is like the recipe for success. You know what I mean?
For sure.
So always 100% honest.
I respect it. I respect it.
For
you
sure.
got a lovely song called "Fuck Endorsements."
What
do. Is an endorsement that you will not turn down? There's only one right answer for this, by the way.
That I would not turn down?
Yeah.
It's interesting because I made that song at a time where I was like, literally kind of like, I didn't want endorsements from anybody. I wanted to just, you know, I wanted people to see my music and me as an artist and be like, okay, like, that's like completely organic, you know what I'm saying? Like just work and growth. And it was kind of like on some personal shit. Like what Fuck Your Endorsements meant to me was like, I'm the last person who gets to say, I get the last say in what can enter my space, you know what I mean? So regardless if that be, you know, a cosign or something negative or a comment or a compliment, whatever it is, it's like I get the last say in what can enter my space, you know what I mean?
Yes.
So an endorsement that I wouldn't be able to turn down, I don't know, maybe a tooguud cosign.
See, I respect that. I respect that answer. But I was gonna say Goya. Family, Goya make everything, my nigga. Beans, rice, spices. You probably ain't noticed Goya make t-shirts.
I didn't.
Yes,
I would
bro.
cop some Goya drip though.
Bro, what?
For
if
sure.
I get a free white tea from Goya, and also, bro, you get like coconut milk, pineapple juice, all this shit from Goya, and then yo, bro, you don't gotta worry about food for life. Fuck the whole Nike. I got mad drip. Fuck that. I don't need drip. I need food. If I could cut out food, I'm balling.
That's true.
I'm balling.
That's true, because food is a big ass expense.
Or Kirkland. Kirkland, them niggas make every liquor, shirts, Food, come on, jeans.
So Goya makes just like plain white tees like Hanes?
Yes.
It's not like logo or nothing on it?
Nothing. That shit say Goya right here, family.
Oh, that's fire.
Yeah,
I didn't know that.
Yeah, man. Shout out Goya one time. Actually, no shout outs to them. They supported Trump. But we're going to keep that in the past, you feel me? Because I need some free shit, you feel me? That's the endorsements I'm trying to get, you know what I'm saying? How iconic, or how, tell me what Iverson means to you.
What, Iverson?
Yes, Allen Iverson.
He definitely changed NBA like forever. Yeah, he was like, if I'm correct, like the first person with like cornrows and tats and shit like
Yes.
that. Like he
Yes,
made
sir.
that cool.
Yes, sir.
And I think he's one of the greatest of all time, but it's like the whole no ring thing that everybody always combats him with, which
Yeah.
I'm not personally one of those people. I still believe that he was very influential in the game of basketball. And he was short. Like I used to hoop, so he was like one of my fucking inspirations when it came to stuff like that. So yeah, Iverson is definitely up there for me.
You know what, man? Like, I'm not gonna lie, I love Iverson. And one of my homies, they gave me like his like biography book, and
Really?
yeah, I was dead ass crying because like he went out bad, bro. Like, I don't know if you know how bad Iverson went out. He be drunk every other day at PF Chang. Family, PF Chang. Come on, it's Iverson, bro. Like, you know, I know there gotta be some crazy shit in Philly you could go to that you don't gotta go to PF Chang. And also, like, half of his money that he has, like, he kind of like burnt through it. So like the only shit that's keeping him alive is like his Reebok deal. So if you ever watch like his like sneaker shop, real talk, he only brought Reeboks because he's like signed a deal that he can't wear anything else besides Reebok.
Reeboks?
Yeah.
Shit. Man, shout out to Allen Iverson. Hope he's doing well these days.
Nah, man. So let's say you get signed, you're doing your thing. What would be, you get three features. What would be your 3 dream collaborations?
And we were just talking about this. And is this like any, like it could be producer, artist,
Yeah, it could also be living or dead. It's a fantasy world.
living or dead?
Yeah, you're a fantasy world and we're living in it.
I'm gonna have to go with The Alchemist.
Ah.
Number 1. I need an Alchemist beat.
Yes, you would murk that shit. 100%.
I think so too. I
Yeah.
definitely need a beat from Al. I want a Kendrick feature. I want to like, but I don't want to rap with Kendrick. Like I want like just to be a part of his creative process and have us create something that's like even bigger. Like if he was to do like an interlude on like a project of mine, like kind of like Buried Alive or something like that, or like you fuck with Reason.
Like the program?
No, the rapper.
Oh no, I have not heard of Reason.
Yeah, he's
The
on
rapper.
TDE. He had this album that came out like a while back, and Kendrick like did ad-libs on one of his songs. And something came out where it was like, he was like, yo, I did a lot for these ad-libs, and I was like, I could imagine it's Kendrick, but like the song was fire though.
Yeah.
Like just Kendrick ad-libbing the song. So I would definitely do something like that. And then lastly, I go with like I go with No Name. I definitely rap with No Name. I think she's super fire.
Hell yeah. She's like been quiet lately too.
Really, I don't really think she's like too into the music these days.
Yeah,
she's more
yeah,
of like
yeah.
actually living, which is definitely cool. But
Yeah.
I would definitely want a No Name feature.
I was supposed to see her at a concert and then she backed out. I was so upset.
Really?
Yeah, she was supposed to open up for Tori Moine. That would have been like so fire. But yeah, I always want to see her live. She's like fire. I've actually seen The Alchemist ordering a slice of pizza,
Really?
and he has like an aura. Like, you ever watch like Dragon Ball Z?
No.
Well, they be yelling in Dragon Ball Z and there's like some shining shit around them. Alchemist has that when he's ordering
Really?
pizza. Yeah, he has like
That's
an
crazy.
energy, yeah. And he was just like chilling, and no one knew who he was. Got a slice of dip, and I was like, that's fucking insane.
Did you say anything to him?
Nah, I was shook.
Yeah,
my
I would've
my
been shook
homie
too.
was with me, and we was shook. Cause it's like, that man is like, it's crazy because he'll just fucking loop some shit and it'll be the hardest shit.
The
No
craziest
drums.
shit in the world.
Yeah, no drums. It's like, oh my God. Like, you can't not make the scrunch face. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, literally. That's why I want to work with him so bad, because I feel like it's so simple. Like I love simplistic production that just like speaks on its own.
Yeah.
You know?
I also
So,
feel like that gives you more space to like go crazy.
like do your thing, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Shout out Uncle Al one time. You feel me?
Yes, sir.
Now, what was, so before you skedaddle, is there
Before I
anything
go?
you care to tell the lovely viewers, listeners?
I have a lot to say, man. I do. I really do.
Go
but,
off.
I put a lot into music, so definitely, go check that out. Now, but I got a lot coming this year, next year. a lot of videos, projects, and stuff like that. And I'm working, and I'm really trying to like. I don't want to put anything out if it's not like something I've never heard before, you know? Like, I don't want to put something out. It's like, oh yeah, this sounds familiar. Like either something I've made or somebody else has made. Like I want to make sure that everything I put out is like, yo, you can only get this from Wiseboy Jeremy. You know what I'm saying? Like I want to make sure that that is like the expectation, the standard for my shit moving forward. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to everybody that I've been working with, and shout out to everybody that I'm about to drop with, cause shit's definitely gonna get crazy. So. Yeah.
Wise words from a wise man. Definitely check out his project.
Thank you.
Dope, cohesive, lovely, and original.
Thank you.
You guys felt like we had a good talk.
I did. I enjoyed this.
Hell yeah.
Sure.
It's good talk. Once again, we're not a podcast. May all your endeavors be well. And stay up like a hard dick. You heard me?
Yeah.